And about the God, I believe God's real
Great. What's your evidence for God?
because Earth is flat, so that means he's real.
Mike, how you going, bro?
Okay, what do you got?
I've just got just going back on the vegan. So justifying slaughtering animals. I mean, you've probably read the research about brain development in our common ancestor to Homo sapiens, about how eating meat and cooking meat actually helped our brains develop. So there's, from my point of view, there's a
No, that's incorrect. There's not enough evidence to say that, number one. Number two, it doesn't matter because we don't have to cook meat to grow our brains anymore. We can eat plant-based foods and be perfectly healthy. There's nothing in meat that makes your brain grow. That's nonsense. And more importantly, we don't have to do it today.
Yeah. What about tribes that don't have access to enough
I'm
plant?
not talking about those tribes. I'm talking about you, right? What justifies killing animals too?
Well, we are an animal. Can we agree on that, first of all?
Yeah,
We
no
are an animal
shit. Now, what justifies killing other animals?
because we're top of the food chain. We're just another animal. Animals eat animals. They're a food source.
Okay, great.
Just
So can I go
and
around? Great. So can I go around slitting dogs' throats?
no. Well, technically, you could. There's nothing stopping you.
No,
But
sir,
our
listen very
our
carefully.
society,
Listen very carefully. Do you think it is okay, morally acceptable for me to go around and slitting dogs' throats?
no,
Why not? If I'm the
because
top of but I'm the top of the food chain.
true, true, but
Great. So do you
socially,
recognize that being top of the food chain doesn't justify slaughtering animals?
uh, it's cognitive dissonance just happening now. So let me deal with it a little bit. So dogs are a different story, bro. Like cats and dogs, they're our pets. We've got an emotional bond to them. We don't have emotional bonds to, well, generally, we don't have emotional bonds to cows and chickens.
I
You
don't
know,
have
dog.
an I don't have an emotional bond to your mom, but I don't murder her. Just because I don't have a bond with somebody doesn't mean I get to murder you, right?
I get it, but we've got innate tendencies not to perform cannibalism and murder. We can do it, but
Same with killing other animals, right? Wh- When I look at a dog, I don't want to go. I don't think, oh, let me slaughter it, let me kill it, let me cut its neck open. I don't think that, right? When I look at a
some
rabbit, or
societies do
when I
though.
look at a rabbit, when I look at a cow, I don't go, oh,
Yeah,
let me slit its neck open. That would be disgusting, right? Because we agree, as we understand as people, we have empathy for other animals. We think they're cute, just like cows. Cows can be very loving, compassionate beings. They don't have to die. So why
true.
do it?
Um, Again, it's a food source. Like I've tried to go vegan, and
No,
man,
no,
like
you're
for
not
me,
gonna. No, 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 no. It's a food source. So is people, right? Just because it's a food source doesn't mean we should do it. Why ought we slaughter animals if we do not have to?
um, I suppose it's a cultural thing. Then, if you look at it that way, some societies are cannibals. Some societies do eat dog.
That doesn't make it
Um,
okay, right? Just because it's part of your culture doesn't make it
mm.
good. There are some cultures that are cannibalistic. Do you think that's a good culture?
I don't think it's a good culture, but in their culture, again, it's a subjective thing.
Right.
I mean, there's no objective morality. I don't believe there is anyway.
Right,
J-
but if you're only getting your morality from the culture you're in, well, that's pretty sad because what if your culture says it's okay to murder? Would you think it's okay to murder in that culture?
well, again, if I was in that culture, yeah, I would. There's some cultures in Papua New Guinea where they murder
Okay,
neighboring tribes.
what if tomorrow in your culture, the people in your culture said it's okay to grape? Would you think grape is okay then?
Absolutely not. No.
Right. So the point is that just
Mm.
because your culture says something doesn't make it okay. There are other factors involved, and those other factors are, hey, how do I feel about this? Why ought I do this? What are the consequences to my actions? So why don't you recognize that when you eat meat, you're causing harm to animals? Why do you not recognize that? Why is there a disconnect?
I do recognize that. I just, I guess it's just, it's so part of our ingrained lifestyle that we eat meat with our meals, I guess,
Right.
so
So you
it's
have no
just,
justification.
well, I gave you my justification. I suppose let's at least agree that it's a cultural, it's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing that varies from culture to culture about meat consumption. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
not that. I know what you mean, but that doesn't solve the problem here, right? You still have yet to justify killing animals if you don't have to. You still have no reason to kill animals or eat them.
yeah,
You're
I'll
kind of
tend
just saying, well, because I want to, right? That's not ethics.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. In this day and age, we do have access to a variety of plant-based sources, and we don't have to. Yeah, I would agree.
All right, keep tapping, guys. Let's get more people in here. Please subscribe to the YouTube, link in bio.
Yo,
Hey, what do you got?
okay. So what's wrong with um not being vegan? Like I don't want to go with the whole God
You're
thing.
killing and
Like,
slaughtering and abusing animals.
okay, so what's the difference from killing plants?
They're not sentient.
What, okay, but you're harming plants. The plants can grow. They you're harming the
But they're
plants.
yeah,
Doesn't
but they're
doesn't
not. They're
doesn't
not.
plants
They don't
also give us
feel.
oxygen? Are
Plants
we
don't feel
hurting?
pain, sir.
y-
Plants don't feel pain.
Yet we need it to survive, do we not?
Yeah, but they don't feel pain.
Okay,
That's why
but do
I'm
we need? But
vegan.
we also need food to survive.
Yeah, we can eat plants which don't feel pain.
But it don't we need it for oxygen?
Yeah, we
They're living
do, but
they're living
there's enough
things.
plants
Plants
for
are
us to
living
eat.
things.
There's enough plants for us to eat and enough oxygen for us
There's
to
also
breathe.
enough animals to eat, and there's enough animals to repopulate
Right, but
everything.
the problem is when you eat animals, you're harming them, you're slaughtering them, you're abusing them for no reason. That's the difference.
Okay, same. Well, it would be the same thing with plants too. If you're harming, they're harming
Okay,
the
sir,
plants. You're hurting them.
do you think I can hurt or harm a carrot?
Huh?
Do you think I can emotionally or physically harm a carrot such that they feel pain?
Well, maybe they could.
So you think carrots feel pain?
Well, maybe they could. I mean, hey, they could.
No, they don't. They don't feel pain. They're carrots. They're
What about
just
eggs? You know, like,
things.
what about eggs? Do they
Eggs
feel pain? Can you
eggs
eat
don't feel
eggs?
pain, but the problem is that the process in which you make the egg is harmful for the hen, right? So that's a difference there.
What source do you have proof of that? That hurts the hen.
Oh, because we've artificially selected hens to lay many eggs, which makes their bodies deficient because they're growing so many eggs now. We're forcing them to make so many eggs that their bodies are becoming brittle. Their bones are becoming brittle. That's abuse to the poor hens who lay the eggs.
Okay, but what about like, isn't turkey and chicken also healthy? It's like the
No,
healthiest meat.
it's not healthy,
It
but that's irrelevant. What's relevant here is the ethics, right? To me, it's ethically wrong to harm or kill somebody who doesn't have to die.
it's what?
It's wrong to harm or kill somebody who does not have to die. And as a vegan, I recognize that animals don't have to die. They feel pain just like
Yet
we
you
do.
need meat to in your body.
No, we don't. We don't need meat in our body at all. There's nothing in meat we need.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, great. What nutrient in my body do I need from meat?
Well, okay, well, one, you need protein. I'll tell you that. You definitely need protein in your
There's
body.
plenty of protein in plants.
Okay, so you're saying, let's say I want a hamburger, right? But I don't want it from meat. So let's use plant-wise. Let's use it from labs. Let's use hamburgers from labs. Is that really safe? Is that better? How is that better? That's even worse
Yeah,
than
there's
actual
Beyond
meat.
Burgers. They already sell these in stores. They're called Beyond Burgers, right? They're called Impossible Burgers. They're actually very delicious, and they're not made of lab stuff. They're made of soy, things like that. They taste
Also,
just as good, if not better, and it's better for you, and there's no killing involved.
it's
There's no
not better
death
for you. It's
involved.
built in labs. How is that better for you?
It's not built in labs. What do you
Yes, it
mean? It's
is.
built in this.
There's many
It's
vegan
produced in this.
plants that
No,
are.
listen. It's produced in the same place that other food products are produced in. It's not just a lab grown thing. That's different, right? We're talking about soybeans, and all these things making these burgers. But the point is that you still have not presented a justification for killing and abusing animals.
Huh? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You still have not shown a justification for harming animals. Why do you harm animals if you don't have to?
I mean, that's like saying I mean, we need it to. We just need it. You need it. We just need it.
No, we don't need it. We don't need meat.
It's good.
It's good. It's not good for the animals, though, right? That's the problem. We're talking about
Okay,
ethics.
well, what were they here for then? For what do you think they're here for then? Do you think they're just here to walk around? If we had cows, if we didn't eat cows, chickens, and everything, they'd be roaming the world. There would be so many of them. It would be like it would just be all over. You would see them in
Actually, no,
streets. You would
that's
see them.
actually,
Hold on. You would see them in streets. You would see them in sidewalks. You would
yeah,
see them
this
in
is
parks.
incorrect. This is incorrect because guess what? In nature, we are actually producing eggs, chickens, and cows by forcibly impregnating these animals. We are breeding them into existence by the billions. We're not taking these animals from the wild. We are breeding them like factory products inside of factories all around the world. It's called factory farming. It's our fault. It's not necessary. In fact, you're the only one causing overpopulation. The vegans want to minimize population by not slaughtering them. So you are causing more harm, more death, more destruction for no reason. Why?
Because I'm hungry. I want to eat.
Okay, great.
I
I'm
want.
hungry. I'm hungry. Can I eat you?
I
Would that be
mean,
okay to be a
with your
cannibal?
free will, you could.
No, sir. I asked you a question. Would it be okay morally for me to eat you?
Would it be okay morally? I mean, no, because we're both human. That's like, but
Great.
wait,
Great. So just
hold up,
because you're
wait, hold
hungry
up.
doesn't mean
But
it's okay to
doesn't
eat people.
doesn't animals eat their own babies? There's deers that eat their own babies. There's lions who eat
Does
their own
that mean
babies.
we should does that mean we should do that too? Should we eat our own shit too, like the animals do? Should
I
we
mean,
moo like
if that's
cows?
what you want, then yes, go ahead, go for it.
No,
If you want
that's
to
not
eat
what
your
I
own shit, go
want.
ahead.
That's the point. We don't get our morality from other animals, right? We get our morality from looking at the consequences to our actions. And the consequence to your actions are abuse, death, torture to the animals for no reason. Why? What justifies eating animals if we don't have to?
What justifies eating animals if we don't have to? You know, many people do need meat to survive. If they do not eat
We're
meat,
not
they're going
talking
to die.
about people in Sentinel Island. We're talking about
But
you.
if the people who have to eat meat to survive are they in the wrong then? Because that's what it
No,
sounds like you're saying.
of course not. Of course, if they
Well,
have
then
to,
what's
have
wrong
to.
with eating meat then? If
Be-
they're not in the wrong,
Because
what's wrong?
that's 0.01% of the people on the planet. The rest of us, most of us, don't have to eat meat for any reason. That's the problem, including you. So what justifies eating animals?
What justifies eating animals? I don't know. Just it's good. It's good.
Okay, great. And the same reason I just explained this to you before. If I just say, "Oh, I eat people," I just let me kill somebody, eat their body parts because it's good. Would that be okay to you?
I'm sorry. What did you just say? You're cutting out my screen.
If I ate somebody's arm, if I chopped somebody's arm off and just started eating it, and I said, "I'm hungry. I just want it. It's good." Would that be acceptable to you?
I mean, animals and humans are very different.
What's the difference? What's the morally relevant difference there?
What's the moral difference? Okay, one, animals can't talk. Okay, that's one thing. You can't hear what animals say. You can't hear what they're saying at all. One, it's
Babies,
also illegal to
babies,
even eat
babies can't
humans.
talk. Babies can't talk. Should we eat babies?
No.
Okay, great. So then talking is not a prerequisite to murder, to killing. It
Other than
doesn't
that, but I
justify
mean, yeah,
killing
but
somebody because they can't
yes, but
talk.
babies are humans. They're literally the same thing as us.
Right.
That
But
kind of be
why? But
betraying
what's the,
ourselves.
so again, what's the morally
But
relevant
babies, hold
difference?
up, but babies learn how to talk. Animals do not learn how to talk.
Okay, great.
Babies
So what if,
over time learn how to talk. They can talk to us.
right,
Therefore,
right. So what
the
if
animals
there's,
cannot.
okay, great. So what if there's a mentally challenged person who can't talk ever? Would that justify eating that person?
That's good. Going back to the conversation again on saying, well, what about the people who have to eat meat? Are
Yeah.
they
Can you
wrong?
answer the question now? Would it be okay to kill somebody because they can't talk because they're mentally
No,
ill? Great.
no.
So then not being able to talk is not a good reason to kill somebody, just like the animals.
But animals don't have souls. Babies do.
So are you saying that if tomorrow we found out that people don't have souls, it'll be okay to murder them?
No, I mean, it wouldn't be okay to murder them, but I mean, it's just animals don't
Okay,
have
great.
souls. Humans do.
So
It's
no,
very
so
different from
there
each
is
other.
there's no such thing as a soul, number one, but more
Also,
important, there's no
babies can
weapon.
communicate with their hands. What can animals communicate from humans?
So can animals communicate with their fingers and
So
legs
a
and
cow
arms.
can show their hands like a baby can. They can show their hands and say, "Hey, please don't do this."
So you're saying that, okay, great. So what if there's a person who doesn't have arms or hands? Would that be okay to eat that person?
no, but can they talk?
Okay.
But can
No,
they talk?
they're
Can
meant
they move their head? Can they move their head?
they're,
No.
they're
Can they move their
mentally
head?
ill.
Yes. Can they nod
They're
their head?
mentally, sir, can you please
No, but
hold
you
on?
said no. You said they don't have arms or legs. You didn't say they're mentally disabled. Like they can't even move their leg. They can't
Yeah,
even talk.
I'm trying to show you that there are people out there who don't have arms, and you said we get to eat them because they can't move their arms. That's stupid.
I'm talking about animals. No one's talking about humans. You're going to humans. No one's
Yeah,
talking about humans. We're talking about animals.
you're not showing the morally relevant difference between us.
What's more? There's so many things morally different from between us, from animals to humans.
Like what? Like what?
Okay, one. All right. Animals. All right. We don't need humans can't provide protein from each other. I can't eat a human and provide protein. Plants don't have enough protein for us
Yes,
to
they do. Plants do have
no, they
protein.
okay, name one plant that gives us enough protein like animals do.
Lentils, tempeh, tofu, navy beans, kidney beans, rices, grains, oats, all the above have plenty of protein.
Yet half of them are all disgusting and make many people throw up. Which means
Yeah, that's your opinion. Number one. Number two, that's irrelevant because it still doesn't justify not eating those things. You're
okay,
still
but
harming an animal for no reason.
yet I'm alive with it.
Yeah, that doesn't justify continue doing it, right? What justifies killing and harming animals if you don't have to?
If I don't have to. So okay, so if I don't do it, so if I don't do it, I'm a good person now?
You're better than before. No shit. Yeah, you're not harming an animal who didn't have to die.
So everyone who becomes vegan is now all a good person, is a better person.
They're better off, yes, because you're not causing death and torture to the animals.
But the person who needs meat, or especially milk, especially milk, like babies, are they not allowed to get milk from cows no more?
There's other types of milk, sir. Did you know that? You don't
Yeah,
have to
but
drink cow's
I'm
milk. You never have to drink cow's milk. That cow's milk is for calves, not for humans.
talking about like other. No, I'm talking about okay. No, okay. Skip the baby part. I'm talking about like when you grow up and milk. Like you need milk for your bones and other things like that.
No, you don't need cow milk for your bones. You don't need milk at all in your body. You can get plenty of plant-based milks and plenty of calcium from plant-based foods, like green leafy vegetables and beans and all those things above have calcium. There's no need to kill animals for milk.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna eat animals and other things and eat chicken, especially Thanksgiving or that. But you have a good
Yeah,
day.
and you concede you have no justification for doing so?
I mean, that other than that, it's good, and that I like eating meat, then it's delicious. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you concede that you have no justification. The only thing you're saying is it tastes good, and I can use that to literally kill anybody, any person. Oh, I like the way you taste, so let me kill you. See,
Oh,
that's the
I mean,
problem.
animals weren't here for no reason.
Taste doesn't get my taste buds do not dictate my morality. And if they do for you, that's pretty pathetic that you get your morality by going, how does it taste to me? That's pathetic.
Well, I mean, animals weren't here for no reason.
They were here just like the reason why you're here, to live and be free and happy. And you're taking that away from them.
Like, I'm taken away from their life.
Yeah, you're taking away their life for no reason.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna eat animals, so I don't see it as wrong. I mean, they were here.
Right.
They weren't here for no
And
reason.
you have no justification.
Huh?
You have no justification.
What is wrong with eating animal? What's your justification? Why is it wrong to you? Other than we needed to they needed to live. They want to live peaceful like us humans.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Because when I look at an animal, I don't go, oh, I like to eat it. I go, wait a minute. That's a sentient, conscious entity who is just like me in almost every regard and has a life and has family of their own and wants to live and be free and happy. In America, we all say we love our freedom. We love to be free. Then why do you take it away from the animals? Why? Why are you so
aren't
hypocritical?
humans.
Why are you so hypocritical when it comes to the animals who are no different from us in any morally relevant way?
Can animals drive cars? Can a cow drive a car?
Neither can
That's
babies.
different. Wait, hold on. That's
Can
different. You
babies,
said that they're not.
can
You said they're
babies
not
drive
different.
cars?
That's different. That's different.
Can babies drive cars?
Can babies drive cars? No, but they can learn.
Great, but that doesn't justify killing those babies, right?
We're talking about an animal driving a car. We're not talking about eating a baby.
Yeah, you're not tracking with the logic, right? It seems to be that your IQ is too
And that's
small.
an age. That's an age.
So
Let's talk about a full-grown.
let me
We're
repeat
talking about a
again.
full-grown cow.
Let me repeat it for you, right? Let me do it one more time for you. You have justified killing an animal by saying it doesn't drive a car, right? That's your justification. When it comes to a baby who also cannot drive a car, all of a sudden you think it's wrong to kill a baby. Why the hypocrisy? Why the contradiction?
What do you mean? Why the contradiction? Animals and babies are very different.
All right. People can't, I don't know, people can't track to the logic, I think. People can't track to the logic, I think. People can't track to the logic, I think. That is so fucking annoying. Keep tapping, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube, link in bio. Click my link in the bio and click on my YouTube. Please subscribe. I have a GTA 6 video out. The trailer came out today. It's exciting to see. I got vegan debates. I got God debates. All that stuff in my YouTube.
Hello?
Sophia?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you doing?
Great.
Good. So I just had a few questions. No ill will. And by the way, I'm not gonna come up here going crazy on you. Just had some genuine questions. So you were mentioning how we were basically the same things as animals, and if we can eat animals, why couldn't we just go up and eat a human, right? You were mentioning that. So the difference between humans and other animals is humans are motivated with instincts, intellect, and logic. Animals are incapable of reasoning and are simply just motivated by instincts. So that's the difference. Humans, can think with logic usually, and most animals can't.
Well, they can. So let me stop you there. So first of all, animals do have logic. Did you know that pigs and cows have the intelligence equivalence of a toddler or even a baby or even a toddler person? So pigs are very intelligent. They can recognize faces. They can actually understand certain words. They can actually are better training than dogs are, right? Dogs are not as intelligent as the animals that you slaughter and abuse.
Yes, so I think the difference is they lead more so with instincts than humans do, right? That can be agreed, that animals lead more with instincts than a human would.
The problem is that we can use this argument against yourself because we can say, well, how about a person who's mentally challenged such that they don't use any logic at all, right? They rely completely on their instincts and they're just a mentally challenged person. Would that justify eating that person?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, because it defeats your argument,
because
right?
humans still, even if they don't have as much intellect and logic as someone who's doesn't have a mental disability or something, or a disability, I think they would still know that eating another person is wrong. Because I don't think I've heard of
right. But the problem is your argument collapses because the same justification you use to kill the animals is the same is the justification that I can use to kill a person. And
I don't think that's the same thing.
Yet you say, hold on. Yet you say it's wrong to kill the person for the same justification you think it's okay to kill the pig or the cow. That's the problem. There's a contradiction in your logic. So what's the morally relevant difference between a pig and a toddler?
So you're literally saying a pig and a toddler is the same thing?
No, what I'm saying is that they're morally the same, right? There's no moral reason to kill a baby, just like there's no moral reason to kill a pig, because they're both sentient, conscious, and intelligent.
Well, I wouldn't kill a baby because I'm not a cannibal. I'm not going to eat a baby.
Right, but
I
why would
mean,
you
I
kill a
think that's
pig?
logical
Why would you kill the pig? What's the morally relevant difference there with the pig?
because a pig has protein and meat on it, and eating food is good for you, and you need
So does a
protein.
baby.
And if
Yeah,
you eat
so
too much
yeah,
soy,
so
especially
there,
in men, it has too
hold
much
on. Stop,
estrogen
stop,
and
stop,
gives
stop,
you
stop,
bad
stop,
health
stop, stop.
issues. I mean, there's
Relax,
lists.
relax, relax. I know you want to preach your nonsense here, but you're
No,
not
babe,
going to
I'm
move here.
very relaxed. I'm chilling. I'm actually smoking a J right now. I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's cute to sit there and just blah 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 blah. But the problem is, you've not yet justified killing the pig. You said it has meat on it. So does the baby, right? You have not pointed out the distinction between the two. You have merely said that it has meat on it, and I can say that for any person, baby or child. Does that justify killing a baby because they have meat on it?
No, again, it's different because a baby and a pig is like completely different. I don't
What's the difference? What's the morally relevant difference?
because a pig is an animal that doesn't have as much logic and I
But
mean intellect.
I just explained this to you, right? I just explained this to you.
I know, but you're trying to have your.
Hold
I
on.
held on and you
Hold
explained it. Are
on.
you gonna let me
No,
talk?
no, you're not understanding, right? I'm trying to hard to explain it properly for
No,
you.
I'm
You don't
understanding
comprehend.
what you're saying, but it's not
Hold on, hold
factual.
on, hold on. It is factual. That
It's not.
mentally okay, great. So did you know that toddlers are on the same par of logic as pigs?
Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I work from home. I'm getting a call. I'll be back later. I'm so sorry.
Okay, great. The reason why she was incorrect there is because pigs have the same intelligence and logic and reasoning skills as babies and toddlers. That's the problem. The moment you say that, oh, pigs are not as smart, now we can use this for mentally challenged people or babies. And to me, it doesn't justify killing anybody. No matter how smart or dumb they are, it doesn't justify me killing them. It doesn't. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't care about your intelligence. I'm not going to slaughter you just because you're not as intelligent as me. That's all I'm trying to say. It's really that simple. But a lot of meat eaters have no ability to think these through because they're so used to what they're doing. I understand. I used to be a meat eater too, but you're not willing to listen to what I have to say. Keep tapping, guys, and click the link in bio for all my debates and my YouTube. I have so much content on my YouTube.
I agree. Everyone should go vegan. It's time for people to stop eating animals because at this point, no meat eater can convince.
Thank you, but I'm looking for opposition here, right? No, that's not what I said. That's a straw man, right? What I said was we don't have to eat that meat anymore. And more importantly, there's actually no evidence that eating meat makes our brains grow. But more importantly, it's not relevant to the ethical discussion here. Hold on, can you mute and unmute? The people can't hear you. Yeah, I know that's irrelevant. What's relevant here is the ethical discussion today. We don't have to eat animals today. Period. No, you're still not listening. You're still not understanding what I'm saying. We don't have to eat animals at all today. There's no evidence that we have to eat animals for any part of our brain growth. It's nonsense. So what justifies killing animals today? Okay, they still can hear you. Please come back. Everybody in the comments is going crazy. It's so annoying. Come back when you're ready.
You can't get the same nutrients by eating plant-based diet.
Great. Give me one nutrient that I can't get as a vegan.
Protein.
Wrong. Tofu, tempeh, lentils, navy beans, kidney beans, all the above are protein.
It's gonna destroy your bowel movement.
No, it's not. It's gonna be. There's no evidence that you're going to be sick because you eat a bean. It's nonsense.
You're gonna
Beans
start
are very
farting,
good.
bro. You're gonna start farting.
No, actually, that's incorrect, right? Because when you have enough fiber in your diet, you actually grow intestinal bacteria that can digest it. They can break it down. So you're better off when you eat more fiber. You get less flatulence.
There are certain genes that only goats have to digest this.
Only goats have
Plant-based animals.
plant-based animals. What?
I don't know, man. You need some Jesus in your life. I don't.
Okay. Have a good day. I like how there's 3 topics, but everybody's focused on the vegan one because everybody just loves to hate the vegan.
Oh, I was not sorry, I'm so late. Hi. I
Hey,
just,
Richard.
huh?
How old are you?
Is 14 too young?
How old are you?
Can you hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. What do you got?
So I used to be a former vegan of 4 years, and
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. Wait,
I'm talking.
hold on. What
Oh,
justifies eating animals?
so basically, farmers, right? You're getting your food from. I'm assuming you're getting your food from farmers, right? They're killing the snakes. They're killing the rabbits. They're killing so many animals to be able to crop the tofu that
No,
you're eating. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
relevant.
That
That's
is
not relevant
relevant. That is
because
relevant because
guess no.
you're
Hold
caring
on.
about
Hold
vegetables.
on. Oh, shh. Relax. Relax. I know you want to be anxious and you're like, oh, you're killing. But guess what? Meat eaters kill way more animals, right?
That's
Vegans, we
false.
understand that.
That's false.
Hold on.
That's false.
Hold on. We understand that some animals have to die for crops. We
So
understand
why
that.
does that
But
why is that different between
the difference is that as a vegan, I intend to kill no animals, which is
but
what I do.
you do
I
eat
don't
fruit
intend.
you eat
Hold
fruit and
on,
vegetables
ma'am.
from
Hold on,
from
ma'am.
the grocery store.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. I know you're anxious, but just wait. Let me respond to you. So the reason why there's a difference here is because number one, we are killing far less animals as vegans. You're killing way more crops. But more importantly, I do not intend to kill any animals as a vegan.
So then
Whereas
you
you do.
farming
right?
your
You
own
do intend to kill
ancestors, right?
animals, right? It's the mentality, it's the philosophy that matters.
False. I was a vegan for 4 years, and I went to an actual physician. I don't think that you're a physician. Quote me if I'm wrong, but I went to an actual physician, and my doctor told me I was losing hair, I was losing my nails, I was literally getting
Man,
so
okay, ma'am,
ill,
we don't want
so
your
ill.
anecdotal. We don't need your anecdotal
But you're
claims.
asking for people why they shouldn't be
Ma'am,
going.
listen. I can go to carnivore.com, carnivore cringe on Instagram, and see thousands of people saying that it's bad to eat meat, or that when they eat meat, their hair falls out. All the same things you're claiming. These are anecdotes. There's no evidence that what you're saying is true. Number one. Number two, all the evidence scientifically shows the opposite, that vegans are healthier, and that the position of the Academy of Dietetics and Nutrition is that vegans are actually can be perfectly healthy on a well-planned diet. You may have fucked up your diet. Of course, if you're not getting the proper nutrients, you're going to be sick. We don't know what you ate. You have to evaluate that. But you're giving us an anecdote. The fact of the matter is that vegans can be healthy. This is what the nutritionists and doctors around the world, the consensus of actual nutritionists say. So, what justifies slaughtering animals if we don't have to?
If you have your own, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Did you turn off my mic?
Yeah, what justifies slaughtering animals?
First and foremost, for centuries, as you said, evolution is a fact, right? For centuries, cave people would eat actual protein. They would not be eating just fruits and vegetables. We need it. It's part of our evolution.
There's protein in plants. There's protein in beans, grains.
Not enough plants and grains and beans, because I was a vegan for 4 years. I don't know how many years you were a vegan for, but I was a vegan for 4 years. And I got consistently.
We don't want to hear your story. It's irrelevant, right? We want
How
to
is
hear
my story
facts.
irrelevant? I'm eating.
I can't debate a child. There's plenty of protein in plant-based foods. Tempeh, tofu, right? All these things contain lots of proteins. Beans, lentils, all have protein. There's no need to eat animals for protein. Number two, the science is on our side. We can look at the EPIC Oxford study. We can look at the Advantage Health 2 study. We can take a look at the position of dietetics and nutrition. They say that vegan diets are perfectly suitable for all stages of life, as long as they're well planned. So that's the things you have to consider, that perhaps your diet was bad. And your physician is not a nutritionist. Look at the nutritional data, right?
Yo, hello?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
Why are you worrying about that?
That's why. Next. Hey, what do you got?
Hi, I'm 33. I hear you asking about people's age. So, but yeah, the person before the last one that was on, I just wanted to say that she was mentioning something about protein, but protein is just amino acids, and that's mostly in your live fruits and vegetables. So someone commented back to me
Are you
when
vegan? Are you vegan?
I am vegan. Well, I don't consider myself vegan. I don't like categories, but I don't eat meat, so I'm meatless. But when I think of vegan, I think of a person that don't wear animal clothing and no animal products. So
thank you. Have a good day. Snapchat in my bio. All right. Let's have a next victim in here. Hey, what do you got?
Hey, Mike. You right, Mike? All right, so do you
Yeah,
want to read?
so this is an ethical discussion. I don't care about evolution, right? This is an ethical
Yeah, but it
discussion.
does fall under
So
ethics. Track the
so hold on. What you're gonna do is give me an ethical reasoning that justifies slaughtering animals today. Can you do that?
Okay, but you need to actually understand the logic behind what I'm saying. You can't just
No, sir. Give me the ethical justification for harming animals.
all right, let me talk then, all right? So, again, within ethics, I can hold something in higher respect than something else. There is neurological evidence of meat helping us develop and
That's
not using
irrelevant.
it.
That's irrelevant. How
It
we
is.
evolved is irrelevant. What matters is today.
Oh my
We
God,
don't have to eat the
sir,
animals.
sir, listen. My argument is if evolution, in my respect of ethics,
Stop talking about evolution. We evolved to be cannibals. Did you know that? Did you know
you're
that we evolved to be
you're
cannibals?
tracking the argument, Mike.
Sir, did you know that we evolved to be cannibals?
You need
Did you
to
know that?
listen.
Did you know
Yes,
that?
yes, yes, but that's
Great. So
regardless.
that doesn't justify being a cannibal
You're
because we
not tracking.
evolved to be that way.
You're not
So
tracking the argument.
Sir, stop. Give the ethical justification for harming animals today, not 1,000 billion years ago, but today.
No, I'm talking about the future. That's what you're not understanding here.
No, what justifies it today when we know we don't have to eat meat? We can be perfectly healthy without eating animals.
Yeah, but that is going to impact our evolution
No, it
negatively.
doesn't. No, that's irrelevant, sir. It's how is it going to impact our evolution when we know that we
Because
can be
if there's
healthy?
biological evidence that meat helps us develop and evolution is perpetual.
Listen. No, this is you're making a wrong argument here because
How is
just
it wrong?
because we did something in the past and it may have helped us doesn't mean it will help us today.
But the correlation
But
is
more importantly, but hold on. More
Alright, go on.
importantly, we know today that we can be healthy, if not healthier, without eating meat. So it would be beneficial for us to be vegan, if anything. But more importantly, we're talking about ethics. We're not talking about evolution. We're talking about ethics. It's
Okay, let me ask
irrelevant
you
how
a
we
question.
evolve.
Let me ask you a question to negate what you're saying. If I hold my evolution as a race as a higher ethical standard, like if I hold that in higher respect than an animal, is that not ethical? For me, if I want my race to develop due to the
Your
neurological
race? What?
not
Your
my race, I mean
race?
like the human race. What are you talking about? The Homo sapien race. If there's a correlation in a neurological correlation.
You're arguing for veganism because vegans are healthier.
No. But again, there's no correlation of
Yes,
that.
there is. There is a correlation between vegan diets and health. We
Yeah,
have
but
tons
health
of
is not
evidence.
brain
Again,
development.
again, this is why you're falling into your own trap because
No,
you're trying to say, "Oh, look, meat makes us brain grow. We need more meat." The problem
no.
is that being vegan is actually healthier for the brain.
But there's not that correlation there.
Yes,
That's what
there
you're
is. There's
understanding.
actually evidence that
The, the,
vegans
the,
have less dementia, less Alzheimer's. All the above are actually better for vegans.
okay, but I can say the same thing. I can say there's evidence of A and B, but you're
No,
not
there
actually.
is not. There is no evidence that meat helps your brain. It is no evidence of that at
Right.
all. But more importantly, it's irrelevant to discussion because we're talking about ethics today.
Again, you're not tracking the argument, Mike. You need
Yes,
to
I
listen.
am, but
It's
it's
not.
irrelevant. Your argument is irrelevant. You're
It
not
is.
attacking the ethical side. You're just saying, well, look, it makes us healthy. It doesn't matter if it makes us
No
healthy.
one's talking about health. Are you
Great.
listening to what I'm
So then
saying?
you should recognize that it doesn't matter
You're
about
stopping.
if we're better in the future. What matters is today. What justifies harming animals today?
Mike, how you can't just say that. You can't assert that it won't matter in the future. Like we're talking
I
about.
just did. I just did. It doesn't matter about the
Then your
future.
whole argument.
We
Then your
don't have to.
whole
Okay, great. How about this then?
Alright, go on.
If we discovered that slavery helped us in the past and that slavery is going to help us in the future in our evolution, would that justify slavery?
Again, that's a terrible analogy.
No. Answer the
That's
question.
that's
Answer
not
the question. Answer the question. Yes or no? Would slavery
that's a
help
false
us?
dichotomy. That's not how it works.
Why? Where is it false?
Let me explain this to you, right? You're making an analogy of slavery when we're talking about neurology and brain
Yeah. What
development.
if we discovered that slavery helped our neurology? Would that be
No,
okay to own slaves in the future?
okay. Let me explain something to you. Again, I'm
No, answer
basically
the question. Answer the
no,
question.
hold this
If
question.
slavery helped our neurology, would that justify slavery?
That's not. It doesn't help us in the same way. Like you're conflating.
Oh, so but so now your argument collapses because you're saying
No, it
that
doesn't.
you're conceding that it would help us, but you're saying it's a different way. So what? So now you recognize that just because something helps us does not mean it's okay to do. Do you agree?
All right. Like there's a very clear distinction between slavery and a certain sort of food source which helps our development. Those are very
No,
distinct
I'm
things.
not talking. I know there's a difference there, sir. But what's the same is a justification, right? The same that we have the same benefit. What if we had the same benefit for owning a slave or graping, right? Imagine if graping helped us in the past and it made a
Again,
change in neurology. It made us
yes,
smart. Would that be okay to grape now because it helped us in
but
the
it doesn't.
evolution? What if it did? Would that be okay to grape
Sean
people
saying
because it
something
helped our
that it just
neurology?
doesn't work like that. No,
Sir, this is.
but
Can you
first
answer?
of all,
Can
it
you answer
doesn't.
the
And
hypothetical,
second
please?
of all, the premise.
Sir, can you answer the hypothetical, please?
I'm lagging. Wait, give me a second. Yeah, I can answer the hypothetical, but again, the premise of my argument is based on my race and my
No.
ethical,
Stop deflecting. Stop
my ethical.
deflecting, sir. Stop deflecting.
I'm not deflecting.
If
It's a loaded
listen,
question
listen,
within the premise of my argument. Are
listen,
you?
listen one more time. Your argument is that eating meat helped us in the past, and it's going to help us in our future evolution. That justifies eating meat. I'm using the same justification. I'm saying, well, grape helped us in the past. It made our neurology better. And then in the future, graping will also help our evolution in the future. Does that justify grape?
Again,
Yes or
grape
no?
has a
Yes or
negative
no? Yes or no?
impact
Yes
on
or
the
no?
human.
Yes or no?
It does, but let me explain. Let me explain.
Bro, that's what it resorts to. That's how bad the argument is. That's a bad justification. Our
Hello.
evolution is irrelevant. Hey, what do you got?
Hi. So I just have a question. Is this purely about the ethics?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 26.
Yeah, what justifies harming animals?
Oh no, I'm not trying to justify harming animals, but you're talking about being vegan specifically, so I'm trying to see if vegetarianism is also acceptable.
Hey, what do you got? You have almost as much IQ as the last guest. Almost there.
Hi, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I did not expect to get a call. That was my bad. I totally forgot what I was talking. Oh, we were talking about pigs and toddlers, I think, or infants, right? Okay. So I, I still am confused why you compare pigs to a toddler when they're a completely different species, and that would be cannibalism if we ate them.
Yeah, I know they're different species. What I'm saying is that morally speaking, we're the same because we're both sentient, we're both conscious, we're both intelligent.
No, they can't grow into a thinking human who can drive a car and, I mean, have a
Okay,
family, make
great.
a
So you're
house. I mean,
saying,
it's
okay, great.
completely
So
different.
So what you're saying is what justifies slaughtering animals is because they can't drive cars.
No, I think you try to like pull something out of
Great.
someone's
So
sentence
what
and make it into
justifies harming?
that
So
and
what
then spin
justifies?
it into something else. And what I
Ah,
also find really
This is
funny
so
is that you
frustrating.
shush women that come on here, and then when men come on here, you don't.
Ma'am. This is very frustrating. I'm asking you for the justification that for harming animals. Can you give that justification?
Can you give me a justification why everyone should be vegan?
Because you're harming animals by not being vegan.
Okay, why aren't you mad at lions for eating other lions then?
Because they have to do it out of necessity. We have stores.
Oh, okay. So it's a necessity when they eat their own cubs.
It's a necessity in the wild. We're not in the wild, ma'am. We are thinking beings who have grocery stores and have choices.
So if meat's so bad, why do all the vegan products are meant to taste like meat?
because we like the way things taste. Who cares? What
So you
matters
like the
is
way
what's
meat
ethical.
tastes, but it's wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong to eat meat. That's why I'm a vegan. I don't care about the taste, right? My taste buds don't dictate my morality like yours.
That's interesting. Okay.
What justifies harming animals to you?
The same reason it justifies a lion for going out and eating his cub because he wants to be dominant in his
Okay,
pack. I
so
mean, come
you think
on.
so you think that we can eat our own cubs, eat our own babies?
No,
Because
dude,
lions
that's
do it?
subjective. You bring that up and it's hilarious.
This
It's
is your
not
this is
even
your
a
this is your
good.
logic. This is your logic. You're saying that because lions eat their own babies, we get to do the same thing.
And you're saying because pigs can kind of think like a toddler, we shouldn't eat them. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying?
that's a good reason because
You're
the
saying that
same.
with your chest
I'm
out.
consistent. I'm consistent. See, my ethics is consistent. I
Just
think.
because you repeat
Hold
something
on,
numerous times.
hold on. God, this is so frustrating, right? My ethics are consistent. I don't harm babies for the same reasons I don't harm pigs, and vice versa.
They're
Because there's no
different
morally relevant difference.
species, Mike.
Why does
They're
that matter? Why does being a different
different.
species matter morally?
Because I'm not gonna go out and eat my own species. It's like common
Why
sense.
not? Why is it wrong to eat your own species too?
I think you need to ask yourself that because you love
I
talking
know
about
I'm
it.
trying to do an internal critique, right? Why is it wrong to eat other people? Why is it wrong to you?
Because it's cannibalism, my dude.
I know, but why is that wrong to you?
Because cannibalism is wrong. It is morally wrong.
That's
because
circular.
of
Why is it
obvious reasons.
why is it
I
morally
can't
wrong?
explain common sense to you.
Ma'am,
I can't do that.
can you just answer the question very, very kindly? Why
That's
is
funny
it
coming from
why
you.
is it wrong to eat other people?
Because it's this. I'm answering you. I've answered you numerous times.
Why?
Because it is cannibalism.
Why is that wrong?
I think it's wrong when a lion eats their own cub because they want to be the alpha. I think that's fucked up.
Right. So why is it wrong to eat a person to you?
Because I've said it. Do you want me to spell it?
Please, something.
Cannibalism. When you want to look it up.
Why is cannibalism wrong?
All right, let's look this up, Mike, to make you happy. Let's look it up. Let's
No,
find the definition.
just explain
Why
morally,
is
right?
cannibalism? Hold on.
No,
Wrong.
you're
Let's
not
see what comes up.
understanding what I'm saying. You're not
Okay,
tracking
here
with
we
the
go.
argument.
So
right?
it has a negative effect on the survival rate of humans, right? So we wouldn't want to
No,
do
we're
that,
not
right?
talking about No, we're not talking about health. We're talking about morally, right? Why is it
Oh, and
ethically wrong?
also there's an increased risk of pathogen transmission.
Ma'am, hold on, please listen. We're talking about ethics here, right?
I'm answering you, love. Do you
No,
want me to answer you?
You're not. Listen very carefully. We're talking about ethics, right? We're not talking about health. I know it's not healthy to eat people, just like it's not healthy to eat meat, okay? But that's irrelevant. What's relevant here is why is it morally wrong to eat a person? And for me, it's morally wrong because they're sentient, they're conscious, and they don't want to die. The same three apply to the animals. Animals are sentient, they're conscious, and they don't want to die, and they don't have to die. We have the choice to not harm the animals. We have stores, we have the ability to not do it. So what justifies killing animals to you if we don't have to do it? Go.
Okay. I can justify eating meat because I actually need to eat meat. I have a very fast metabolism, and I mean, looking at you,
There are many vegans
shirt
who have
doesn't
fast.
even fit you, right?
Yeah,
It's probably an extra small. I mean,
Okay.
you look.
Please don't insult my looks, right? This is now an ad hominem attack on me for no reason because you're losing the argument, right?
No,
Having a fast metabolism does not justify killing somebody, right? You can have a fast metabolism and be vegan, right? So I'm asking you for the last time, what justifies slaughtering animals? Go.
I love how you think you're saying something so good. It's very funny to watch. Because I like meat and it's good for me. What are you
Okay,
talking?
great. So if I like to eat a
Do you
person,
think soy is good for you
Okay.
in high amounts?
Absolutely it is. But
Oh, you
more importantly,
do.
ma'am, more importantly, you
Huh?
said I like to eat it, right? If I like to eat you, would that justify eating you?
I mean, if you want to.
No, that's not what I asked. I asked, is it morally acceptable to eat?
No, that's not what you're asking.
I'm asking
No,
very
because it's cannibalism. That is different from
right, and I know it's wrong to me, right? But why is
millions
it
of
wrong?
years.
Why is it wrong to you to be a cannibal?
Do you not think cannibalism is wrong? Why is that your favorite topic?
I do,
Is that your
I
only
do, because
rebuttal? Is that your only rebuttal?
it's not a rebuttal. I'm just trying to gauge what your ethics
I
is.
think you need a
Right? I'm trying to
hamburger,
see why
though.
you think
You
it's
seem
wrong.
very mad right now. What?
No, I'm just asking for a simple question, right? Why is it wrong to eat somebody? Right? It's really
You
simple.
want me to define common sense to you, Mike?
Can you answer the question?
I have like so many times, and it's like your favorite thing to say. And then when I answer it, you still ask it because it's the only rebuttal you have. You have nothing else.
Just do it one more time for us. Explain why it's morally wrong to eat somebody.
Because it is called cannibalism. And it will give you diseases. It is bad for you. You're not supposed to eat other humans.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I know it's bad for you healthily, right? The same applies to meat, right? Health is
Why would I
irrelevant.
go out and eat a human when I can eat a cow? That's why.
Right.
I'm not going to eat a
Okay,
fucking
great.
human.
Great. So what's the morally relevant difference between a cow and a person that justifies killing the cow?
I think you want to marry a cow, dude. Oh, God.
What?
You and these fucking cows
No,
and
I don't want to
chickens.
marry a cow. Can you answer the question and stop deflecting?
Babe, I have. It's called cannibalism is wrong because it's another fucking human. Why would I eat a human when I can eat a beautiful little cow? Make a ribeye steak out of it.
Right. So what justifies killing that baby cow but not a baby kid or baby person?
I don't like it when they kill baby cows. I don't think that's fair. I don't agree with that.
You just said it's okay. Okay.
Not a baby cow. I mean, come on. That's like, come on, bro. Be for real. That's
Okay, great.
that's fucked up.
So
That's
what
just common sense.
what justifies killing adult cows?
Because they have more meat on their bones and it just makes more sense for the harvest. I mean, come on.
Okay, great. So if there's a person who has lots of meat on their bones, would that justify eating that person?
Why do you go to cannibalism? Is that your only argument?
Well, I'm asking for the morally relevant difference.
Dude, it's common sense. I think you need to ask yourself what the moral difference is.
What's the difference?
I think there's something. I think you fantasize about cannibalism or something.
All
Also,
right. Well, have a good day, man. Have a good day. It's hard when people don't grasp the logic, right? It's a very simple thing, right? I'm trying to point out the difference, right? That's all I'm trying to do. What's the difference between a person and an animal that justifies killing the animal but not the person, right? Well, what's the difference there? I'm trying to gauge that. To me, there is no difference morally, right? To me, both are sentient, conscious beings who don't want to die. That's it. It's consistent, it's simple, and correct. That's why I'm vegan. Please follow subscribe to my YouTube, link in bio.
Hi, I was just wondering why you have two accounts. You got one for God, and then you're saying God is imaginary.
It's called satire. Have you guys ever heard of that before? Oh, Sophia's in my comments. She's so mad. We can talk about it on. You can DM me, Sophia, if you want.
Hello?
What do you got?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So evolution is actually not real.
Really? Okay. Why is it not real?
Why aren't the monkeys evolving into humans?
Yeah, that's not evolution, right? Evolution is not like Power Rangers where it's like morphin time. No, evolution means small genetic changes over many generations. It takes thousands, millions of years even to see the changes. So we don't come from monkeys. We share common ancestry millions of years back.
So is my granddad a monkey?
No, he's a person.
But you just said my ancestors are monkeys.
You go back millions of years. We're talking 50 million years. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good day. Enjoy your Barney show. Yeah, we are apes. Exactly.
Hello, can you hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 15.
Please don't come up if you're under 18, preferably under 21. Not under 21.
Hey, yo, how you doing?
How old are you?
23.
Great. What do you got?
I think that we are the aliens. Before the human race, aliens were there. I'm sure there's no proof, but if aliens were here, they were here before the human race. So to the eyes of the aliens, we're the aliens. It's called reverse psychology because to the aliens, they're normal. But when they look at us, they're like, what the fuck is that? So I think we're...
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, I can't. Men in Black. He's from Men in Black, man. The hell is that guy doing in there?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what do you got?
So, how long have you been vegan?
Yeah, this is not a Q&A. This is the debate stage, right? So what's your argument?
Well, my argument is I think you have been brainwashed from the vegan propaganda.
Okay, great. So what's your argument against veganism?
Well, my argument, it's quite simple. It definitely changes you as a person, vegan. When you are for a long-term vegan, you lack testosterone. I can clearly see you're lacking a lot of testosterone, buddy. You're clearly lacking a lot of testosterone.
False. That's actually false. So I have plenty of testosterone, number one. Number two, meat actually and milk lowers your testosterone, if anything, not plant-based foods. So in fact, studies
we're talking about meat.
vegans
We're talking about
have
meat.
as
We're
much
not talking about milk.
testosterone as
we're talking about meat. We're not talking about milk.
Yeah, that's the problem. Animal products raise estrogen, not plant-based foods. So that's why meat eaters are shown to have less testosterone on average. But the point
what are you talking about? Where are you getting this information from, man?
Sure, I can look it up for you. You want to
Please do. This is just fucking bullshit. I don't know what you have in America, man, but like, what the fuck?
Well, the funny thing is that you actually made the claim that vegans have no testosterone. I'd love to see it.
You do. You don't have any testosterone, man.
Where's your evidence for that? Where's your evidence for that?
Evidence. It's on the internet. You can go and search.
Give me
listen, you don't need to ask me for evidence. It is clearly obvious.
Oh, so you have evidence. So you have no actual evidence.
You don't need to ask me for evidence. It's like, are you trying to like brag about
Right. So you're making claims. So you get to make claims with no evidence. I'll do the same thing. Meat eaters have no testosterone. You agree?
My God, man! How many books did you read, man? So you can like fix your insecurities. Do you like?
Yeah. The funny thing is that you have.
Have you found your purpose now? Like,
yeah. You cannot listen. Listen very carefully, right? This is a debate stage. You don't get to come up and go, you're vegan. have no testosterone. That's not how you debate somebody, right? How you debate somebody is by giving argumentation backed by evidence. And so far, you've given no evidence, no argument, and nothing relevant to the topic. Because even if you're correct, it still doesn't justify slaughtering animals, okay? There's something called testosterone shots that anybody can get. But more importantly, you're false. Vegans have plenty of testosterone. There's no need to eat animal products. So go ahead, unmute yourself and give an argument this time. Give an actual argument based on evidence. Go. Please unmute yourself, sir.
Well, which is not natural at all, is it?
It's not natural to drive a car, but we still do it.
What the fuck is that argument? What is that? Doesn't even make sense. It does not make any sense.
It does make sense if you had a brain cell. See, you're saying that something's not natural, therefore it's wrong. Well, is it wrong to drive a car?
We're talking about biology, right? Or human beings. They're comparing to a fucking car. How does that make any sense?
No, that's not what I am. That's not what I'm doing, you ignorant fool. What I'm saying
Ignorant.
is,
Now you're calling me ignorant.
What I'm saying is, it's not natural to drive a car. Do you agree?
No, but it is the source
Great.
that gets
Does that mean that driving a car is wrong?
Listen, we got the sources from planet Earth. That's how we design and build cars. So, in other words, it is natural, is it?
No, it's not. A car is not a natural thing, sir. It's a design thing. It's not natural.
Yes, but it came from Earth's resources. Was it?
That doesn't mean it's natural. It means that the
okay. What do you define natural then?
Car is not natural. Not something we find in nature.
I mean, isn't metal from nature? Isn't oil from nature?
Yeah, but the problem is that the car itself is on it. We don't find cars randomly being made in nature. Do you agree?
So you can repeat that again?
We don't find cars on trees, right?
Obviously not.
Great. So they're not natural. That's the point.
No.
What do you mean no?
Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with you. It's not natural, but if you want to go into specific details,
okay, great. So you agree it's not natural to have a car. Is it wrong to drive a car?
No, I don't think so. Why would it be wrong?
Great. So just because something's not natural doesn't make it wrong. That's the point.
Okay, I can agree with you with that. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. And, So what is your main issue for us meat eaters? What is your main issue? Killing animals? That's your issue?
Yeah, you're harming and killing animals for no reason. And you want the study I just told you about before?
Yes. Show me, please.
Sure, no problem. So a study has been done recently, done by Oxford University, and it says that men on vegan diets who had a lower BMI also had 13% higher testosterone concentration than meat eaters.
Okay, so give me the link on that.
No problem. The association between plant-based content and diet and testosterone levels in U.S. adults.
So you're talking about, okay. Is it it is verified by some high constitution or something?
Right.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the British Journal of Cancer.
Okay, fair enough then. I'll educate myself in that, I guess.
Great.
Okay, I guess you have a point then.
Okay, have a good day.
You too, man.
Well, at least he was honest.
What's good? I'm 18.
All right, what do you got?
So you said God is imaginary, right? I want to know how you think the beginning happened. What caused everything?
Well, it could have been the Big Bang. It could have been something prior, like a quantum field, but we don't know if there's a beginning. The universe could have always existed. And by the way, what year were you born?
2000.
Hey, what do you got? Don't say Sophia, guys. That's rude. Don't say that.
Hello.
What do you got?
So I just want to know what you think, like how you think God is imaginary, like what started it all.
Are you the same guest from before?
No, that was completely different.
Well, we don't know if there's a start, right? Like when you like maybe asking what's the start of everything is like asking what is the edge of the earth? Like there, it doesn't exist, right? So maybe there is no start.
Okay, well, then how am I talking to you then? If there was no start.
Well, there's a cascade of chemical processes that yield our experience. It doesn't mean God exists.
What?
Next. Hello? Why is everybody saying that Sophia and Mike are a thing? Hey, what do you got? Oh, nice. That's a great argument. Really convincing.
What's up?
Hey, what
Um,
do you got?
I got a question for the evolution.
Sure.
So, like, evolution was supposed to be good for us, right?
No, evolution is not a good or a bad thing for us. It's a process that happens.
Oh, okay. But that wasn't my only question. And about the God, I believe God's real
Great. What's your evidence for God?
because Earth is flat, so that means He's real. Because in the Bible, it
Earth
says,
is flat. Okay. How do you know the Earth is flat?
because like, all right, so we could both agree basketball is wrong, right? But a
Yeah.
basketball court is flat, so
What?
All right. I have an argument that sort of proves God is real. It doesn't necessarily prove that the Christian God is real, but it proves that God is real, just that there's a creator. So let me ask you a first question. Do you believe that math only exists in the mind?
Yes.
All right. But if that were true, there is things that are objectively mathematical about the universe, which means that the universe was previously thought of.
No. So this is a type of transcendental argument, and the reason why it fails is because math is merely a descriptor for reality. When we say that there are mathematical laws, they're meant to merely describe how things operate. Reality itself has a separate ontology to mathematics. So you're confusing the two. You're kind of trying to mix and match them together. When we say there's laws of motion or laws of physics, it's not that the universe abides by these laws. It's just that we use laws to describe how the universe, we think, operates. So you're confusing the map for the territory. Math exists in our minds. So does physics and all laws of nature. They're merely descriptors we use it for our minds. There's no math in reality, right? There's no number one in the world. There's no law of physics in the world. That's just how we describe it.
Understood. But what you said earlier was universe doesn't abide by these laws, right? Because it only exists in our minds. But in a way, it kind of does, because I mean, I'm sure you've heard this argument before, but everything matches up perfectly to support life, specifically on Earth.
Absolutely not. Nothing's perfect for life. I mean, take a look at the life that has existed throughout our history, right? 99.9% of all things are now dead. They're all extinct, never coming back. It's hard for us to even live today in this world, right? Think of all the diseases, all the death, all the torture that occurs naturally. But more importantly, if there was a universe that God created that was tuned for life, we would expect life to be everywhere. We would expect to live in any place in the universe. But we find the exact opposite. We find a universe that is mostly made of vast space and nothingness where we can never live. And we're in a very small part of it. So that signifies the opposite of fine-tuning for life. It signifies the fine-tuning for space, not life.
Well, that's where it can kind of become a theology debate, because specifically in Christianity, God created it like that, where there would be life everywhere, but there was the downfall of man, so now there is things like diseases and stuff like that. But if we're looking at it just objectively, like, is there a creator or is there not creator, right? Then you have to, even if you don't believe in the Christian God, you have to at least say, well, this is kind of a coincidence that if atoms were just a little bit further apart, then everything would fly apart and nothing would ever exist. Or if like the force of magnetism was just slightly weaker, then...
But you can say this for every universe that existed. Every universe, you would say it's tuned for that universe to be that way, right? That's the problem. We only have one universe to go by. We only have one test subject, our universe. So how can you possibly assess if this is tuned for us or not? We only have one to go by. And as far as we can see, the chance of us being here could be 100%, 1 out of 1. It could also be 1 out of a billion. There's a billion other worlds, and we just happen to be one where we exist. And no shit we'd be here, because we happen to be here by chance. There's no reason that we are special. There's no reason you can point to that says that we are special at all.
Interesting. So you're speaking as if it's like a chance when it's already happened, like life already exists and there already are humans with sentience and we only can perceive one universe. So I mean, if you could explain it to me, that's great, but I'm not sure how referencing other universes is relevant.
Because you're saying that this one is special, that we are somehow, as living beings, we are somehow special in the grand scheme of the universe. And when I look out in the universe, I see one where it's hostile for life. We can't live in space. We can't live anywhere else except for a tiny fraction of the Earth. So that's why I'm cautious before I just say, yeah, we are special. We are the center of the universe. We're the reason why the universe exists. That sounds very, very arrogant. It sounds very egotistical to say. When we look at things like the pale blue dot, or we are one speck of dust in this grand, vast emptiness of space, we call it. I don't think that we're special. There's no reason why we'd be special in any way.
Is there any other mind in the universe that can perceive the law of physics besides the human mind?
Not that I know of.
So that's not special? That's generic?
Well, specialness is relative, right? When you say special, relative to what are you special, right? And We're only special because we are existing, and we're only special because from our point of view, we look at other animals, we look at other beings in the world, we look at rocks, and we say, well, that rock is just a thing, but I'm a living being, right? So we kind of distinct ourselves from the other entities in the universe, and that's why we think we're special. But that doesn't tell us that our place in the universe is special objectively. And that's the problem you're committing here. You're saying that life is somehow objectively special in the grand scheme of things, and I see no evidence of that.
Well, I would say specifically human life is very special, and you said something being special is relative.
But it's special to who?
Special to anyone who can perceive it.
Exactly. That's subjective. It's special to you're special to yourself, and yeah, no shit, we're special to ourselves. Who cares?
Well, other humans are special to me.
Yeah, okay, you're just saying we're special to ourselves. That's all you're saying. There is no law of nature that says we are special at all. All right.
All right, kudos. That was good.
Okay.
But
bye. Keep tapping, guys. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Please follow me on YouTube. I have a GTA 6 review.
Hey, how's the salad? Is it good?
I didn't have a salad today, but I'd love to get your argument for against veganism.
All right, so you just finished saying that humans aren't valuable. Is that what you're saying? Like
No,
there's nothing
what I'm saying
universally
is-
saying that we're worth anything?
No, what I'm saying is that we are only valuable to ourselves, and that according to the universe's perspective, right, from a universe's perspective, we are not special or valuable to in any way. We're only valuable to ourselves.
Okay, so the universe, would you say that the universe's opinion of us trumps our opinion of us?
The universe is not a mind; it can have no opinion.
Well, I just mean like in the grand scheme of things, like we're in this big, vast, unfathomable space, and humans are insignificant. Do you believe that?
Yeah, relative to the universe, we are insignificant. Yes.
Okay. Then what's the problem with eating meat if nothing matters?
Everything matters to us. That's why it's wrong, right? Everything matters to us and the animals.
Well,
The animals want to live their lives. The animals want to live. We want to live. That's why we matter to ourselves. We make things matter. We make meaning. We make purpose. We don't have to look for purpose. We can make it on our own. And in that sense, we are the most valuable things to ourselves. That's why I don't grape or murder or eat animals, because all the things affect other people, and I care about other people. Why? Because that's all we got. All we have is each other, our friends, our family. And for that, everything matters, because that's all we got.
All right. Okay. All right. So, would you say that an animal's life is less or more or the same, holds the same value as a human's?
Well, in my opinion, I, of course, have more value than animals, and I think I have more value than any other person. I would save my life over your life any day of the week. But that still does not justify me doing anything wrong to you if I don't have to, just like the animals. Even though I consider them less valuable than me, I still don't have the right to eat them.
Okay, so what is your opinion on crops, like food crops, like a big cabbage field?
They're cool? What's your point?
Well, my point is that I'm sure you've probably seen it, where farmers come out and say, I don't understand this whole vegan thing because to keep the crops clear, we actually have to go out and slaughter every single animal, bug, every form of life that comes into our fields.
Yeah, that's anecdotal nonsense, right? In actuality, did you know that 75% of all crops are destroyed for meat eaters, for animal products?
But like, do you understand what I'm saying? Is like a coyote.
No,
like,
I
you value your life
understand
in a
that,
coyote?
sir. I understand that animals have to die for crops, But the problem is that you're not solving anything by going, yeah, let me just continue doing that. Because animals require 75% of crops that we grow to be fed. So most of the crops we grow in the world are fed to the animals that you slaughter and abuse. So vegans are causing way less harm to the animals. We're causing way less harm to the plants. We're killing less trees. We use less water. And we're not harming any animals intentionally.
But you are harming animals intentionally.
Where? How? How am I intending to harm an animal?
Well, not you specifically, but if you're buying vegetables and you're supporting the farmer that has to kill the animals that invade the crops.
Yeah, see, that's what you said. He has to, right? There's a necessity there. A farmer has to protect their crops, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's justification.
You're saying that
If the farmer doesn't protect their crops, we don't get to eat. We die.
Okay, so.
Right, but the problem is,
but you're still killing an animal, and you're not even eating it. So you're just killing it and letting it rot on the ground. Well, they are. Do you get that? Like you know how many coyotes get shot
by
like
more
every
people
day?
being plant-based, right? The solution is to go vegan because vegans use less crops. We kill less crops. That's the solution, to go vegan.
Okay, I feel like you're just kind of brushing off the number of deaths that have to occur to keep a crop.
What's the number? What's the number?
I don't have the number.
Right, we don't. Nobody has a number. It doesn't exist.
Okay, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means it's impossible to tell.
What I can tell you is this for sure, that based on many studies, vegans kill less land and we use less crops. So if you think that animals die from crop fields, you're causing way more deaths. Because guess what? 90% of soy is grown for animals. 75% of corn and wheat is grown for animals, not for humans. So you're killing way more crops and animals combined. You're doing way more destruction versus vegans.
And this soy thing, like why do you eat soy? You know that boosts your estrogen levels, right?
No, it doesn't.
Why are you telling me it doesn't?
Because there's no actual evidence of that.
Okay, well, I'm not in front of Google right now, so I can't go look, but I'm pretty sure that they tell you that soy boosts.
No, there's no evidence of that. Soy has phytoestrogens in it, which do not affect animal hormones.
All right, I'm going to ask your chat. Chat, can you go check and see if soy contains estrogen and boosts your estrogen levels?
It doesn't contain animal estrogen. It contains phytoestrogen, which is a plant form, which does not affect our bodies. But more importantly, even if you're correct and it does contain estrogen, it doesn't mean that we can't eat it, nor does it mean that we have to eat it. There is 50,000 plant-based foods that we can all eat. Doesn't mean we can't be vegan.
All right. Well, let's go over some more stuff here. Okay, so you value animal life, but you don't value animal life if it invades your crops. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like I value your life, but if you come and try to kill me, right? If you come to my house and try to kill me, I'm not going to respect that, right?
So then, okay, all right, okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting take. I mean, that's a valid take. I wouldn't say it's like a universal truth and the only answer, but I would say that that's a valid take. You know, okay, so that's your priorities. You value the crops over the animals if they want to eat the food, but you won't go kill an animal to eat it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not intending to kill an animal, right? That's just a biological byproduct of producing food. But
Yeah, it's
but
collateral damage.
also vegans are actually supporting vertical farming, which entails no animal death, right? There are ways to do agriculture which entail no cruelty to the animals at all, and that's what we're supporting. Whereas the meat eater is not only intentionally killing animals for food, but they're also promoting the process which is inefficient and bad for the animals in the first place. So you're causing way more destruction. That's the point. Vegans try to minimize harm, not eliminate it.
Okay, but currently that's not the case. I mean,
it absolutely is the case, and we have plenty of research to show this.
Right. I mean, look at how many fields are used for crops. If you look at, I don't know the numbers. I'm sure you could look it up just as easy as I could. How much land in America? Let's just stick to America.
40%.
How much?
40% of land is used for farming, and most of that land is used for animal agriculture.
Okay, but
Not
we're
vegan.
not killing coyotes to stop them. I mean, we are killing coyotes and rabbits and, you know, birds and every insect you can think of that gets into the crops. Like, we're not talking about
Where did you get that information from?
Well, okay. My background. I have a lot of farmers in my family, and they go out and shoot coyotes, trap raccoons.
Okay, well, did they shoot coyotes to make corn?
Yeah, maybe. But I know they go out there and shoot them. They shoot every coyote they see.
I'm not going to really take your anecdote by, as truth. What I'm going to do is look at the numbers we have, and the numbers show us, like we had the vegans, vegetarians in the UK showed a discrepant overall impact study, but done by Oxford, and it shows that vegans use 75% less crops, less carbon emissions. We are way better for the environment by
Well,
far.
I wouldn't say that. You can't. Okay, now you're jumping to another topic. Carbon. Okay, so you believe in global warming?
It's a fact.
Okay. Well, you know how many parts per million is carbon in the atmosphere?
420.
It's 0.04.
No, so parts per million is concentration, which is 420 parts per other molecules of air. But the concentration of amount versus all other things is 0.04%.
Okay.
And yes, that is true.
And you've heard that if it hits 0.3, vegetation will start dying because
this is a
relies on carbon.
This is a misunderstanding of science, right? That 0.04% number is very, very has a very big warming effect on the planet because CO2 is a greenhouse gas. It is a very potent greenhouse gas, such that it actually traps in most of the heat that the Earth contains. See, the Earth has a blanket around it, trapping in heat, making it warm. That is CO2. The other element, the other stuff in the atmosphere, nitrogen, oxygen, that doesn't do anything for the temperature. CO2 and methane does. That's why these are very potent greenhouse gases.
Yes,
Much like having a 0.4% change in your cyanide levels in your body can kill you.
Yeah, but vegetation relies on CO2.
A little bit, I agree. But if you increase it too much, it harms the environment even worse.
Okay, well, take these numbers into consideration, okay? I'm going to use a van as like vehicles as maybe like an average median, because you've got small cars, they're like very efficient, and then you've got gas guzzling trucks, right? But I think, would you say that a van is like somewhere in the middle?
Okay.
Like a median? Okay. So if you look up how much a van in particular, puts out in emissions per year, one tree can take on 50 vehicles, okay? Like 50 vehicles worth of CO2. It cleans up 50 vehicles. I'm Canadian, so I looked this up. The number of trees that are in Canada alone versus number of vehicles it's such a small drop in the ocean that our country cleans up the CO2 without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, the problem is that the amount of trees that are already in the carbon cycle, you have not accounted for trees that you have grown. Growing trees would help offset that carbon, but the problem is that the trees that are already existing are accounted for in the carbon cycle in totality. That will not change the fact that you're adding CO2 to the atmosphere. You're disturbing the equilibrium. That's the problem. And by the way, cars are a very small amount of CO2. Most of it's factories. But the point is that we know we are causing greenhouse gas warming because we can measure how much greenhouse warming there is. We know that we're causing 50 billion tons of it per year to go into the atmosphere. And this is
I just want to say, I agree.
That's disturbing the equilibrium.
I agree with you. I want to point out some common ground. I do agree that I do want a better environment. I do, like, I know that it's not good for you to breathe in the exhaust out of a vehicle, right? Like, so if you're living downtown or something, you're breathing in a lot of toxic fumes all the time. I agree that it would be nice to clean that up. There are things that stand out to me as like, why, okay, as a Canadian, we pay carbon tax. So, we get nickel and dimed on everything we do, whether it's heating our homes or driving around. And you have to understand that in Canada, everyone lives within 100 miles of the U.S. border because most of northern Canada is just not easy to survive. Right? It's like very cold. You open your window and you can die of frostbite, hypothermia. So, like, I don't know what the proposed action is on our part. Like, this is a factory issue. This is China puts out more pollution than anywhere else.
Solar, wind, all the above are solutions, right? Going plant-based, all these are solutions to limiting greenhouse gas warming, and it's a very big problem.
Okay, but if we're doing solar energy, like are you talking about solar panels?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of problems with solar panels. One, they don't really put out a lot of energy.
They do. They put out megawatts of energy, as much as you need.
You need to have you need to have like a lot of solar panels to get enough energy to power a city. Like, how much?
Not at all. No, not at all. We know that there are many cities on Earth, like in Portugal, who run their entire cities on solar and wind. You don't need gas.
And you're okay with wind turbines chopping up all the birds?
Most birds die from all kinds of stuff. Not wind turbines are the least of the concern. But yes, wind turbine. They're not turbines, by the way. They're not. Oh, I think you said windmills. They're not windmills. They're wind turbines.
Yeah.
They produce lots of energy for humanity. In fact, it's growing the amount of energy we're using, but with those things. Solar and wind are the fastest growing energy sources, not gas or coal.
Yeah. Well, you see how they just bury those wind turbine propellers in the ground when they don't need them anymore.
What your solution is to do nothing, right? That is not a solution. Wind and solar are the solutions. They're already being adopted, whether you like it or not, right? The solutions are already being implemented. You're just complaining because you don't know the science and you're scared to change.
Well,
but the fact of reality is that solar and wind are already winning, and you're doing nothing. You're just complaining. So, do you have an actual argument for us today?
Yeah. No. All right, man.
Yo.
Hey, what do you got?
Yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yo, I got a question for you. Can you hear me?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so why in the 70s did scientists say that we were going into an ice age, but now they're switched it up? That's what scientists were saying then.
Great. So give me one paper that says that we are going to be in an ice age in the 70s. Go ahead.
What, like the news articles and reporters who were all talking about it?
That's not science.
Well, that's what they were quoting. I mean, that's...
Yeah, that's like CNN saying, oh, we're going to be in an ice age. That is not science, right? There was no
scientist was telling CNN, just as scientists were telling you.
Hold on. There was no science saying that we'd be in an ice age. What you've heard were news articles and news networks saying that. Number one. Number two, even if they did say that, who cares? We know that science can get things wrong. That's why we improve. Now we know that we are observing the change in warming because of humans. We can measure this. We know now with satellite data that we are causing the change. In the 70s, we didn't have many satellites. Today, we have many. And that's why we know for sure we are causing warming. So the past is irrelevant.
So you just said back in the 70s, they the information from? Like you said, where's the science? So where were they getting their information from? Where are you getting your information from?
Science, peer-reviewed sources.
Okay. Dude, it's kind of funny. Yo, all right. So what about, okay. The Earth will be here longer than us. Yes, CO2 in the environment is changing due to humans. Okay, sure. But the Earth will adjust because the Earth is a living, breathing thing here. So you have volcanoes that go off all around the world, give off more heat, more energy than any cars do anywhere.
No, absolutely not. That's
Yeah, what are you
incorrect.
talking about?
That's wrong. Did you
Oh,
know
it
that?
is?
Did you know that humans emit more CO2 per year than all volcanoes combined? 60 times more than all volcanoes combined.
So your solution is go vegan, but don't plants feed off of CO2? So if you want to eat all the plants and we're also promoting more, producing more CO2, wouldn't that defeat the purpose if we just eat all plants?
Vegans kill less plants than you do. We kill less trees than you do.
Really? But what do you eat?
Yeah, I eat plants, but guess what? The animals that you abuse and slaughter eat more plants than I do.
Oh
Who's
man.
growing those plants and who's going to grow those plants? We are, right? So you're killing more trees. You're making more land destroyed for your meat food.
But how?
Because we have to grow all these we have to cut down all these trees and grow all these crops just to feed your animals.
Yeah, but we can just keep growing shit, right?
No, the earth is a finite surface. We can't just infinitely grow things.
Why not? All we need is like a seed and dirt. The earth is all.
There's only so much dirt.
Yeah, but we would never use up all the dirt.
Sure. The point is that there's only so much land that you can grow trees on. And what you're doing is you're cutting down more than the vegans are. You're cutting down way more trees. You're not planting trees, are you? You're cutting more of them down, right? Because of what you're eating and you're consuming.
Yeah, well, but what if we just keep, like, all right. So, wait, I don't understand, dude, because it kind of doesn't make sense.
We can tell you don't understand.
But it kind of doesn't make sense, though, right?
What doesn't make sense, sir? You're killing more trees, you're killing more plants, you're killing more animals. You're causing more destruction.
Oh, man. So, dude, that's kind of crazy. So what should we do? Just eat plants?
Yes, go plant-based or vegan. By far, one of the biggest things you can do for the environment is go vegan. By far.
And that'll save us just from eating plants.
What?
Just from eating plants will save the world, right? So how did we make it this far in civilization?
It will be a big help. It will be a big help.
It'll help, but it seems like the way you want to go. It seems like society's going downhill because everything's turning green. Everything is going electric, and to me, compared to the past, society looks like it's going downhill.
Why? Because you don't like electric cars? Because you're scared
I like
of
electric
change?
cars. I don't mind, but it just
Great.
looks like
So
that
what's
way isn't the
wrong?
way.
What's wrong with change?
Nothing's wrong with change, but we can't rush into change, right? If we
Why
don't know
not?
everything about it.
Why not? If it helps us.
But does it? What science is there to
Absolutely.
back that up? That we don't really know what electric cars do within 100-year.
We
Okay,
do.
we don't
We
know
know
what
that
it's like for
electric
millions of
cars.
people to drive electric cars.
So electric cars, even by today's standards, are 25% more efficient than their counterpart gas cars. Already, and this is today's technology, let alone 10 years from now, where batteries will become more efficient, the production will become more efficient. Electric batteries are the future, whether you like it or not. It's already here. And complaining, doing nothing about it is not going to solve anything.
So why don't we just walk everywhere?
That would help too, but unfortunately, I can't walk across the country every day.
But why do you have to go every? Where do you have to go every day?
You're gonna walk 50 miles to work and back?
Well, you should become a farmer and just plant things.
We can't can we all become farmers and quit our jobs? No. Who's gonna run all this shit? Who's gonna run society?
Well, not you, but you can have a farm. You can live at home. You don't have to have a car.
Okay, great. But can everybody do that? No.
Why not?
Because who's gonna keep society going? Who's gonna run your electric?
Well,
Who's gonna do
according
all
to
the?
you,
Who's
society
gonna
is the
do that?
downfall. We all have
No, I
cars,
never.
right?
When did I ever say society
Well,
is the
pretty much
downfall?
society is the problem.
When?
Our
No, I never said
society we
that.
live
I
in.
never said that. I said ignorance is the problem. I
Yeah,
never said
but
society.
wouldn't it be better if we all just stayed home and didn't drive?
Not to me.
The
I want
bad
to live. I want to.
cars?
See. People had this notion that becoming efficient or green is going to decrease your quality of life. No, we can maintain, if not increase, the quality of our lives and still have efficient energy sources. We can do solar and wind and still have as good quality of lives as we do today. That's the beauty of technology. We can increase the quality of life while maintaining efficiency. That's the
So
goal. That's the goal.
you are right. So I think you should give up your 50-mile away job and live at home and grow in a little garden out back and be a role model of what you speak and preach of.
That's not what I preach, though. What I preach is maintaining a society, but being efficient while doing so, not by just going back to the Stone Age. Sure, that might be better for the environment, but it is not better for society.
So let's
I
just
still care about medicine, technology, right? All these things that increase our quality of life.
okay, but I think we all would like to see you sell your car and we'll send you some seeds.
Why? Why do I have to sell my car if my car is battery powered and gets 100 miles per gallon?
I understand, but
See,
you do have
that's
to
the point. That's the point.
you're
There's
using
no reason.
energy.
There's no reason to go back to the Stone Age if we have technology that is very efficient and gets the job done.
I think you are right, and I really think you should.
He's not getting it.
Okay, so you're bringing up energy, right? You brought up you said you have 100 miles per gallon for your energy car. Is that what you said? I just want to make sure you said that. Is that what you said?
No, sir. It was a hypothetical. I don't actually have a car that gets 100 miles per gallon.
Hypothetical. But even the energy powered batteries, or even people who go vegan, if you're going vegan, how many bugs do you kill? Bugs are still animals, though. I'm not lying.
I know, sir. I know bugs die
So
when
you're
I know
talking about
that.
you
But
want to save animals.
sir, what is your
You're killing
solution,
like
sir?
millions of bugs.
Sir, what is your solution? When people say the bugs, you kill the bugs. Okay, wait. What's your solution? What is your solution? To kill more by eating meat? No, that's a dumb solution. My solution is to go vegan because vegans kill less bugs. We kill less trees, less crops. We are way better for the environment. That's the solution, right? I'm about solutions. Let's talk about solution. How do we solve this problem? And by far, being vegan is the solution. A very simple, efficient way. So right now you're talking to the wind. You're just going, bugs. Give an argument or go away.
Well, you're going vegan. You're right. Yeah, vegan. But to keep bugs off of all of these vegetables, you're killing a lot more animals than you think.
No, I'm not. Did you know that 75% of all crops in the
what
world?
are they called? Like rats?
Sir?
What are they called? Vermins? Whatever you call them?
Sir?
Yes.
Did you know that? Sir, what percent of crops do we grow for animals? Do you know?
How many? I don't know. But how much for vegans? How many
75%.
crops do we grow for people who want to be vegan?
Way less than meat eaters do. So meat eaters kill 75% of all trees and crops in the world.
Okay.
Vegans are way better for the environment. We kill 75% less than you do. Less.
Okay. So for you to get your vegan vegetables, whatever the hell you want, how many bugs and vermins have to die so that you can get those vegetables fresh?
Way less than what you're doing.
Are you kidding me?
You're killing way more bugs. Do you understand?
Can we look it up right now? Like as we're on our live, can we look it up?
Sure, I'll give you two
Let's look it
studies.
up. Yeah, let's
Sure,
look it up.
I'll give you two studies to look up. Ready? Look up this study. Vegans, vegetarians in the UK show discrepant environmental impacts And this is a study done by Oxford University and demonstrates that vegans kill 75% less trees. And we use 75% less land. Another one for you. Food and producers, consumers and producers and their environmental impacts. This is another Oxford study that demonstrates vegans, if everybody went vegan, we'd actually save 75% of land. That's a fact. I think it's called reducing foods and producers in the environmental impact. Something like that. You there? Oh, he's looking it up. Good for you, buddy. Good job. All right, last guest here. Hello?
Hi, honey. How you doing?
What do you got?
I had a friend of mine who had tried talking me into being a vegan for years, literally years. And so he got me to watch a show called Dominion. Have you ever seen that?
I've heard about it. What's your point?
Well, it's about the meat and dairy industry.
The shaving industry?
Not sure it's
the
for
shaving
one,
industry?
the meat and dairy.
The shaving industry?
The shaving industry? Well, anyway, I had learned that the meat industry is one of the major destructions of the Amazon forest for making more room for cattle.
Yes.
And I had learned it's one of the number one causes of global warming and one of the number one causes of world starvation, actually, in the name of food, in the name of feeding.
Yes.
And I had watched that Dominion, and I'm telling you, that show made me cry for 3 days. It was horrible to see, and it's not necessarily that the meat eaters, it's the meat industry, right?
Yep.
How they deal with these animals is horrific, really.
Right.
It's
Okay,
terrible and it's cruel.
Yeah. Okay, well,
And
okay, well, have a good day. Thank you for your input. I appreciate you.
well, that was not.
All right, guys. Motto of the day, just learn, guys. Educate yourselves. Learn. Research. Learn. That's why I'm here. I want to make you learn. I want to make you learn on your own. So please do that. I can't convince you to go vegan. What I can do is make you go, wait a minute, he has a point. Let me go research on my own. That's my job here.